Chapter 4. Being Truthful. Be Honest and True by George Bird's Eye. Be honest and true, boys. Whatever you do, boys, let this be your motto through life, both now and forever. Be this your endeavor, when wrong with the right is at strife. The best and the truest, alas, are the fewest, but be one of these, if you can. In duty ne'er fail, you will find 'twill avail you, and bring its reward. When a man don't think life plain sailing, there's danger of failing, though bright seem the future to be. But honor and labor, and truth to your neighbor, will bear you safe over life's sea. Then up and be doing, right only pursuing, and take your fair part in the strife. Be honest and true, boys. Whatever you do, boys, let this be your motto through life. The flowers that did not bloom a long time ago, there lived a king who loved plants and flowers. He was a gifted gardener. Every seed that he planted grew into a beautiful plant. Every bud that he took care of bloomed into a beautiful flower. The king, however, had one reason for sadness. He did not have a child. He was growing old. He did not know whom to hand over the responsibility of managing his kingdom after his death. Suddenly, one day, he had an idea. He would let his flowers help him choose the successor to his throne. He made an official announcement in his kingdom. All men and women of his kingdom were to come to the palace on a particular day. The king had something important to tell them. The people were very excited and full of anticipation. They kept discussing and wondering what it was all about. On the appointed day, the palace courtyard was chock-a-block. The air was full of the many voices talking excitedly. Among the crowd was a young girl called Serena. She was the only one who did not talk. She was too busy admiring the beauty of the palace. Soon after, the trumpet sounded and announced the arrival of the king. The king greeted everyone and started going to each and every person and presenting him or her with something out of a small box he carried. Finally, he came to Serena. Serena bowed. She did not dare look up and meet the king's eyes. The king greeted her gently, reached into the box, and gave her a flower seed. At the end of the day, the king announced, "Whoever can show me the most beautiful flowers at the end of a year will become the next successor to the throne." Serena went home, clutching the seed in her palm and thinking about the king's announcement. She would surely be able to grow the most beautiful flowers in a year's time. As soon as she reached home, she filled a pot with soil and planted the seed. She started watering it every day. Days passed, and then months. Nothing came out of the seed. Serena was sad and worried. She did not know what was wrong. One whole year passed very quickly. It was time to return to the palace with the flower pot. Serena saw the other people coming with gorgeous flowers in their pots. She had nothing but an empty pot to show the king. After one whole year, she felt ashamed and heartbroken. The king arrived. He went to each person in the hall and looked at the flowers. Serena wanted to vanish, till finally she saw the king standing in front of her and looking thoughtfully at the empty pot. "Why have you brought me an empty pot?" he asked. "Your Majesty," said Serena, "I tried very hard, but nothing came out of it." The king took Serena's hand and, "Look, I have found my successor," he announced. "The seeds given to you were all roasted. They would never have bloomed into flowers. The girl was the only one who had the courage and honesty to bring me an empty pot. Serena, I reward you the kingdom and name you the next ruler." Honesty was the most important quality that the king wanted to see in his future successor. So the test he took was a test of honesty. The others were greedy for the throne. They thought that the king could be deceived. Some of them might have felt afraid. They must have thought that the king would punish them for not being able to grow the flowers. Serena's honesty was such that she neither felt greed, nor was she ready to pretend because of fear. Her honesty gave her the strength to put in genuine efforts to make the seed sprout. It enabled her to be prepared for all situations. It gave her the courage to tell the king the truth. Honesty goes hand in hand with sincerity and courage. Dishonest people are often cowardly. They are afraid to face or speak the truth. They are also insincere. They can never be trusted for bestowing responsibility of any kind. Activity. Recite, always speak the truth. Be the matter what it may, always speak the truth. Whether at your work or play, always speak the truth. Never from this rule depart. Grave it deeply on your heart. Written this upon your chart. Always speak the truth. There's a charm in verity. Always speak the truth. But there's meanness in a lie. Always speak the truth. He is but a coward slave, who, a present pain to waive, stoops to falsehood. Then be brave. Always speak the truth. Falsehood seldom stands alone. Always speak the truth. One begets another one. Always speak the truth. Falsehood all the soul degrades, stains with sin, and ever breeds evil thought and darker deeds. Always